Так, ну в то. Далее. Я вот думаю, может быть... Да.
The alcoholic content of the liquid in this flask is remarkable. It could work. Done. The flask is empty. I don't need it anymore. You just have to press the button.
Разобьет окно, наверное, да?
No, nobody there. This is an order. I won't repeat it a second time.
Еще раз.
Just have to press the button. Let's see what happens.
И
You just
чё?
have to press the button. Let's see what happens.
Я так понимаю, надо его выманить, да? Отец, это вы кричали?
Father, was it you who screamed?
Son, even the most meek and calm man would...
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Somebody dared to kickstart the devil's car.
I still don't understand.
Outside the church is a machine. A wicked machine. The kids of Bonetown used it to play. All that clamoring and laughter disturbed my concentration. It's not easy to write a 2-hour sermon, but it's necessary to maintain a straight-laced community. I instructed never to use it anymore, and it's been years since it fell quiet. But today, someone has transgressed. It'll be necessary to rely on the Holy Scripture again.
Are you planning to write a sermon about the scriptures?
Oh, no, son. This situation has to be resolved in the most drastic way. I have a task for you. You'll have to restore the order of things.
I don't think I'm the right person for it.
You're here in my presence, so you're the right person for the job. I didn't want it to come to this, but things are escalating. Take this sacred relic. It will be your mission to fix it and place it outside the church. Everything is already set up. A sacred aperture will host the word.
It seems like just a sign to me.
Young and pure of soul, it's the word that will prevent the newly started havoc from spreading any further.
But it just says play forbidden.
Isn't that enough for you? My mind cannot suffer distractions. My sermon must be impeccable. Carry out your mission.
But the sign is broken.
Ask for help from the blacksmith right outside. Maybe he can help you.
Okay.
А, слушай,
Goodbye.
Goodbye, son.
Поставить... интересно. Так.
It's not useful.
Так, давай.
I need help. I'm on a mission from God, or rather, from the Reverend.
In this case, I can give you a second. What do you need?
The Reverend has entrusted me with a mission. I have to fix this sign. Can I take one of your tools?
I might have what you need. Inside the toolbox is a multi-purpose tool. It serves to tighten, bolt, even open some specific locks.
Сундук.
It's the only thing I can give you for your mission. Rest I need to repair this wreck. Make good use of it.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Bye. Be sure to make...
As always, sir.
Я думаю, сундук, да? Давай посмотрим. Так.
Good idea.
А может быть нет.
Perfect. Now the sign has a certain stability.
Ага. Так, давай проверим.
Let's try. It works. I heard a click.
Окей.
Empty. It seems so strange. There's something that doesn't add up in this crate. Let's see. Just as I thought. There's a false back. I just need something to pry it open. It should work. Bingo! The nail file got stuck, but it doesn't matter. There's something a lot more precious inside. It's another piece of the map.
Teach, точно,
I
вот.
think it's the teach one.
Окей. Так,
There's
что-нибудь еще
nothing
есть?
else.
Получается у меня 3. Я думаю, короче, вот так.
It doesn't work.
Уже играет?
It doesn't work. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't work.
Блин, музыка прикольная.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Так.
I don't think that's important. I don't think.
Так, тут да, тут да. Тут да. Тут нет. Тут да. Так, ну что, здесь надо что-то ставить? Отверстие, ага.
It should work. Mission accomplished.
И чё?
You just have to press.
Опа.
Oops. Technically, it wasn't all my fault. I just followed the Reverend's instructions to the letter. Now
Право
I
окно.
need it even less than when it was intact. There are just some glass shards. All the rest will be.
Стекло.
Hold still, son. Don't touch anything. At least until I know who did it.
All right.
Стекло я не могу.
What happened?
Somebody. Have you seen any black sheep?
I think I saw some kids playing up front.
I thought so. Surely it was one of them. Can you describe the person?
Surely blonde.
Anything else?
Stocky.
Any distinguishing marks?
He had a slingshot.
It's clear. The description matches Stanley. I'll go and resolve the situation. Nobody could disfigure the sacred.
Извини, товарищ.
Weird.
Что?
I could have sworn there were some micro inscriptions on the glass. Actually, this glass shard contains a piece of the map. Supposedly the one belonging to Reverend Drake.
Это как это? Подожди, она добавилась? Ой, не туда. Это, да, пистолет остался, короче, и... Блин, Эвери, это где? А, и аптека.
I don't see why. I don't think it has. I don't think
О, подожди.
it has lots of. It has lots of uses, but I don't need. I don't need. I don't need.
Хм.
It has lots of.
Спички. Так. Ну тут карту надо собирать полностью. Так, тут что у нас? Что за знаки?
It's not very. It has. I don't need. I don't. don't think that's.
Что можно снять на Polaroid?
I'm not. It has. I don't think.
Картина.
If I take it down, the ink. It has. I don't need.
Так, подожди, может быть сюда?
It has lots of. I don't need. I don't think. It has. I guess it leads outside, but right now.
Но она мне
It
нужна
has-
вообще?
I don't think.
Дверь, камин.
It's summer. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not an art. I'm not an. I don't. It has. I don't think. I don't think. I don't.
Хм-хм-хм. А где склад, интересно, находится? Куда он ушел? Так, отель. Я могу здесь выйти, да?
I don't want to go back.
Угу. Что нам делать? Как нам быть? Polaroid, который снимает. Крис Эвери. Так, это же Крис Эвери. Блин, опять забыл. Крис Эвери это кто? Роджер? А, это здесь. Может быть...
I think. Better leave it where it is. Better leave it. It has lot. I don't. I don't need. I don't need.
Да
I don't
мне
need-
ж как-то ж надо...
Should I smash the window and take the car? I don't see a reason yet. I don't want them to get ruined. I don't want them. I don't want.
Блин. Давай,
I don't think
разбивай.
that- I don't think that would. I don't. It has. It has. It has lots.
М. Капот.
Blacksmith since I think he.
А зачем нужен капот?
I can't get there, and above all, I don't need. What could I do with a cart with a couple of wheels? It has.
Так, что тут у нас в бумаге?
I'm out for repair. It looks like too many things. It has. It has. It has.
М,
It has. I don't. I don't.
мгм. Что здесь? Вот глобус.
It has lots. It has. I
Я,
don't think that-
я думал
I don't think.
сфотать.
I don't think. I don't want. I don't want. I'm not an. I'm not an. I'm not an.
Так, нет.
See you later.
Come back.
Thanks.
Так.
It has lot. It has. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't need. I don't need. I'm not an. I'm not an. Almost there. I'm already at 7 pieces.
Почти собрал 7 предметов. Базару 0, да. Что дальше делать?
It's empty.
Так.
I don't think. I don't think. I don't. It has. It has lots of. It has. I don't
Камертон.
need. I don't.
Камертон это
I
звук,
don't need-
правильно? Динь. Нахрена он нужен? М? Зачем нужен звук?
worry.
Mm,
I'm gonna.
I don't need it.
А зачем?
Here are the pics I took with the Polaroid. Now that the photographic film is over, I don't need that Polaroid anymore. I don't think there are any specialist photography shops
Принтер.
here in Bow
3D
Town.
принтер.
It should work. The photos surely have to be inserted here. Very well. A perfect plastic copy of the gun photographed in the shop. This printer model uses materials that faithfully reproduce the original objects by starting from simple photos. This replica could surely come in handy.
Окей. Подожди. Как она... Как это работает? Я должен ближе...
I'm already here.
Да я понял, что ты здесь.
I'm already here.
Как-то странно телепортируется то к кузнице, то к оружейной. Так.
Finally, let's see if there's a clue. Hopefully it's not loaded.
Хорошо. Что, сразу сломал, что
Very
ли?
good. Inside the barrel was a piece of the map. Roger's piece.
Окей, остался
I
один
don't feel at
кусочек.
ease with a real weapon in my pocket. I'd rather not take it with me. But I can't get rid of it here or the owner would get suspicious. I'd better leave it somewhere outside of the store. Looks like a good spot here. Now it seems much less aggressive.
Ага.
I hope I don't have to compete in some...
Так. На.
Perfect. Now I have everything I need. My recipe is practically done. It will be a drink that is sure to make waves in the world. Non-alcoholic, dark-colored, sparkling. It can even cure a head...
I wouldn't want to ruin your dream, but I think that already exists. Actually, I believe you're even in danger of clashing with some mega corporations.
I know the market very well. I managed to isolate and replace the secret ingredient with another.
Really? Which one?
Well, it's the root extract of Oh, hey. Nice try, boy. You almost had me going there. It's the only ingredient that is not present on the list. Take it. I don't need it anymore.
Thank you. Better read it away from prying eyes. Wait a minute. This list is a bit strange. I can glimpse something under the text about the ingredients. It's a receipt. It says, I, Dr. Alfred Every, on July 15th, 2008, deliver to Steve Bonnet the artifacts found in the basement. In exchange, Mr. Bonnet transfers to the Every family, free of charge, the property of the building where the family business is actually located. The agreements will not be disclosed. Yours faithfully, Dr. Every. It's countersigned by Steve Bonnet, too. To which artifacts is Dr. Every referring? If the agreements have not been disclosed, the only one that would know anything about it is Uncle Steve. I'd better get over to his office to investigate.
Угу.
Here it's written that Dr. Alfred Every gave a... I'm curious to... Surely Steve could tell me...
Так, давай.
Weird, Steve's not here.
Опа.
In the meantime, I could inspect his office looking for the receipt of Dr. Every. So weird. There are no notes on these papers. They're all blank. What can they do? Wait a minute. There's a button under here. I could be wrong, but they seem to have been placed in the way to hide something. There's nothing. Let's see what happens by pressing it. I wasn't expecting this. I just thought it was a drawer with some kind of mechanism.
Ну я же говорю, это дядя.
Closed back automatically. There's probably another device in this room that makes it open. Why all this secrecy? And what's this room? Better take a look around.
Вон кресло, вон телефон.
It seems Steve is doing some research into the Adventure Galley, kid's ship. There are maps, notes, excerpts from old journals and books. There's nothing useful here. A rope is always useful.
Так.
And what's this? It looks like some sort of diary. There's something inside. I don't think I'm mistaken. This is a piece of the map from Kid's crew. It's surely Every's, the last piece missing. Finally, the map is complete. On this piece there are some coordinates. 47 degrees north by 78 degrees east.
78.
Brilliant. The coordinates are useless without the rest of the map. The light will guide you. 47 degrees north by 78 degrees east.
47, 78. Северной широты, восточной долготы.
Why is it here? What does Steve have to do with this story? There must be something I'm still missing. Let's see if there's an explanation in the diary.
2008 год. Генри вернулся в Бонтаун. Он выглядел как ребенок в канун Рождества. Сказал, что у него есть важная новость, которую он хочет поделиться со мной. Невероятно. Генри совершил таки прорыв. Он наконец-то нашел доказательства существования сокровища Кида, о котором мы мечтали с детства. Ага. Генри поведал кое-что мне, кое-что еще. Один из членов команды был, как оказалось, некий Крис Эвери. Согласно исследованию, Генри Эвери, отойдя от пиратских дел, обосновался здесь, в Бонтауне. Нужно заглянуть в старую аптеку. Они единственный Эвери, который все еще живут в Бонтауне. Может, они что-то узнают, и я смогу помочь Генри в его исследовании. Улыбка фортуны. Я спросил у Фреда разрешения порыться в его старых вещах в подвале. Спустя несколько часов мне удалось найти нечто похожее на часть старой карты. С какими-то координатами и монету. 47 северной широты, 78 восточной долготы. Координаты указывают на окраину Бонтауна. В обмен Фред захотел получить право собственности на здание. 4 стены за бесценное сокровище. Справедливый обмен, я считаю. Я признался Генри, что нашел координаты сокровища. Он, казалось, был в нерешительности. По его мнению, это не могло быть так просто, учитывая изобретательность Кида. Изобретательность? Неважно. Наконец-то я смогу разбогатеть и вписать свое имя в историю. Завтра скажу Генри, что начну копать как можно скорее. Так. По-моему, Генри сходит с ума. Он признался мне, что хочет обнародовать новости о находке карты Кида. Я не могу позволить ему сделать это, особенно теперь, когда я так близок к сокровищу. Я знаю, что задумал Генри. Он завидует моему открытию и, как всегда, хочет присвоить всю славу себе. Я попробую поговорить с ним еще раз и отговорить его. Его поведение изменилось. Я замечаю, что он все чаще молчит и не разделяет моих идей о том, как распределиться сокровищем. Хорошо бы кто-нибудь проведывал его в старом отеле. Я позабочусь, чтобы Боб и Джек присматривали за ним, пока он здесь, в Бонтауне. Вчера ходил с Генри к старой скале у маяка. Я спросил, что случилось с частью карты, которую он нашел. Он ответил, что положил ее в надежное место. После его очередного отказа от сотрудничества в исследовании и в раскопках я понял, что он захотел присвоить все сокровища себе. Меня охватила ярость. Я набросился на него, и во время схватки он упал со скалы вниз. Ага. И так и не всплыл обратно. Я не хотел, чтобы так вышло, Генри. Тебе просто в кои-то веки нужно было дать волю мне и моим мечтам. Тело Генри все еще не нашли. Сейчас лучше всего залечь на дно, чтобы отвести подозрения. Элизабет безутешна, а маленький Вилли, скорее всего, еще не понял, что произошло. Это к лучшему. А нахрена, вот скажите мне, пожалуйста, ты это пишешь в дневнике своем признание в совершении акта непредумышленного убийства. И вообще логики отсутствует. 2 месяца спустя я решил, что пришло время вернуться к работе. Шок от исчезновения Генри вроде бы затухает. По-прежнему ничего. Я копаю в окрестностях Баунтауна уже много месяцев подряд, но сокровища все еще не следа. Невероятно. Координаты верны. 15-й год. Пришлось позаимствовать деньги города для финансирования раскопок. Теперь-то я почти у цели, я уверен. Оставалось совсем немного мест, где мы еще не копали. Нужно действовать очень осторожно. Кое-кто из местных заметил раскопки. Пришлось соврать им. Я заверил их, что раскопки связаны с работой какой-то несанкционированной компании. Нужно сказать остальным, чтобы действовали еще более скрытно. 2017 год. Теперь заканчиваются даже средства Баунтауна. И вдобавок ко всему, наша последняя раскопка, похоже, перенаправила течение воды, которая питала поток снабжения города. Неважно. Это необходимая жертва общего блага. Я обещаю дать часть сокровищ на помощь городу, чтобы он вновь возродился из пепла. А пока что я попробую ограничить ущерб с помощью некоторых временных решений. Вся эта местная деревенщина не имеет ни малейшего понятия о том, как управлять городом. Поэтому, соблюдая осторожность, я все еще могу потратить последние оставшиеся средства. И он еще признался в краже. Ой, ладно.
I can't believe this. Steve knew. Actually, Steve is the architect of Dad's death. And all because of his envy and the longing to find Kid's treasure. To think they were so close. Almost brothers. Dad really trusted him. But he should have guessed his changing. And Kid wasn't that stupid. All the pieces of the map are needed to find the treasure. I have to escape from here and unmask Steve. This diary will be the proof. Better go to the old lighthouse. The light will guide you. Let's hope that's true.
Boss. Hey, boss.
What's going on?
Boss, we can't find the young Morgan anywhere. Impossible. He can't be volatilized. Continue to search. If he has his father's insight, he has surely discovered something that we've been missing till now. I'm going back to my office. This city needs a person able to guide it. All right, let's go.
It's Steve and the innkeeper. They're in collusion. I have to get out of here as soon as possible.
Окей. Так, подожди.
There are maps, routes. They represent months, or rather, I don't want.
Так,
I
глобус.
thought it worked the same as the one instead. This is just a simple globe. It's a globe.
Так, ну выбраться, я так понимаю, скорее всего, вот сюда.
I can't. First, I need to open.
Открыть. Ну, так,
It has lots of.
так,
I don't think.
камертоном.
I don't need it. I think
Подожди,
better let some fresh air in. Good idea. This seems to
Хорошо.
be the only possible way out.
По идее, карта у меня вся есть. Так, подожди, момент. Да, все есть.
I can't move now. I can't move now.
А-а-а.
See you soon, Steve.
Окей, так. Маяк.
Okay, let's try.
48. Так, подожди. Блин, как там? 47. 78.
Bingo! This is the point marked on the map.
Угу.
Let's see in what direction the lighthouse is pointing. Good.
Внезапно.
Very well. The lighthouse is positioned according to the instructions on the map. The light points in the direction of the cemetery. Better go check.
Внезапно. Так, кладбище.
I don't think the X meant to indicate these wooden boards. It'd be
Убрать.
better to remove them.
Зловещая скульптура.
Once there was a legend. To access the afterlife, a boat
У меня
tour was
монетка есть
required.
старинная. Да.
Maybe this coin wasn't used as currency in the earthly world, but rather to pay the ferryman for a journey to the afterlife. Let's try.
Пещера, да, я так понимаю.
Where did I end up? It seems like a natural cave.
Пещера, бочка.
This is a colony of Mexican psilocybe. One of
Мексиканский
the
гриб.
most powerful hallucinogenic mushrooms in the world. Professor Jones showed one of these in
Так,
class
а
when
мне он
explaining
нужен?
Aztec rituals. Their sour odor is unmistakable, and the conditions for growth seem to be ideal. Humid and lacking sun. Only a strong adrenaline rush can counteract their effect.
Снизь
They're
пресс.
supposed to proliferate only in a few areas in Central America. How did they end up here? I'm also wondering who put these wood barrels here.
Так, я хочу взять.
I'd rather not touch this species of the Mexican psilocybe.
Подожди.
I don't think it has. I don't need. I'm not an. Better now. I need. I think.
Ладно. Естественный колодец.
I don't want to die. It's a natural well. The water comes from some source upstream. It's fresh water. I don't want to
Да
die.
подожди, я понял.
I'm not an art. I don't need. It has. It can't be.
Корабль.
The hull outline. The colors on the bulkheads. A red nightmare sailed on the sea. Its slender shape induced all to stop and admire it. The historian Jean de Leon described the adventure galley this way. This is it. The adventure galley. Kid's ship.
Окей.
It's an amazing. I wonder how many secrets. It's an amazing. I wonder.
Скобтрап.
Who dares?
But who said that?
Там кто-то есть?
Who dares board my ship without permission?
Who's talking? Are you a ghost? Show yourself.
How dare you give orders to me? Only I can give orders.
It can't be. I can't believe this.
Батя, что ли?
My God, Dad? Dad, is that really you?
I have no sons. I'm the adventure galley.
Повредился
My
головой?
name is only whispered in both the old and new worlds. Some people call me the scourge of the seas. I'm William Kidd. Who are you?
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Willy.
What tone is this? Boy, remember who you're talking to. I'm Kidd.
What happened to you? You're not Kid, you're Henry. Henry Morgan.
Don't you ever mention that name.
Галлюцигены, плацебо, все.
Morgan and Blackbeard are the reason my crew and I are here. If it wasn't for their betrayal, right now we'd be the masters of Tortuga. Instead, Morgan and Blackbeard mutinied, hired their own crew and attacked us. But nobody can take possession of William Kidd's treasure. Remember well these two names, because they're the worst enemies of Kidd's crew. Morgan and Blackbeard. What I wouldn't give to meet you face to face. And now, speak plainly, for what reason are you here?
Лапа, ну это, наверное, вот это.
Dad, Captain, I'm the new deckhand you were waiting for.
It's about time. You have permission to board and immediately get to work. The bridge needs a clean sweep. Ask the quartermaster to give you everything you need to make the ship shine. I'm going back to my cabin now. I have to plot the route for our next destination. Tortuga is waiting for us.
Я думаю, влияние этих грибов, галлюцигенов.
What's happening here? How could Dad still be alive? Why doesn't he recognize me? I better get on the galley right now. I have to get my dad back home.
Угу.
The ship is completely deserted. I guess Dad,
Но в хорошем
or kid as
состоянии.
he now considers himself, is in his cabin to the stern of the ship.
Так, есть трюм, пушка, дверь, пушка.
I don't want to shoot it.
Я не хочу стрелять из пушки.
It's a cannon from the 17th century. It's a cannon from the 17th.
Нету фитиля. Ага,
It's a cannon.
нужен фитиль. Окей. А еще ниже пушка, манекен.
According to a chronicle of the period, these wooden mannequins were used to make the crew size appear larger. The fear factor and the number of armed men visible was usually enough to win a battle without even fighting. Somebody carved the name they gave to this mannequin in the wood. Jimbo.
Я взял манекен. Я думаю, наверное... Наверное, вот так.
Not here. A real sea dog would have never. They were extremely superstitious. They thought that turning their back to the mainland would.
Подожди. Так я не понимаю.
This old mannequin was used to deceive the enemy. The more mannequins there were, the larger and more dangerous the crew seemed. I could use it to distract my dad and enter his cabin. If I could disguise it as a pirate, I could make it pass for one of Kid's most bitter enemies. If I'm not mistaken, he named Morgan and Blackbeard earlier. I really see it as a Morgan.
Ага, во как. Ни хрена себе. Так, оконце.
It would be better to.
Ага,
Better not. The ship is docked on this side. There's a risk.
окей. А он еще? Ну не могу. Так, меч. Это, я думаю,
This
манекен.
old sword could. Maybe I can learn how to handle it.
Ага.
If I'm not mistaken, near my. That should guarantee success.
Так,
Yuck. The hilt is all sticky. Time must have.
пушка.
This cannon. I should have a. Why on?
Дверь, но закрыта, да?
It's locked. If,
Подожди.
as I suppose, this is the. I could ask the.
Да, подожди.
It has lots of. It
Ага,
has.
нет, да?
I don't.
Камертон.
I don't need.
Кстати, надо сейчас проверим.
It's
Чик.
not helpful to me.
Да, подожди.
It's not help.
Так,
It's not.
так.
It's not. It's not helpful to me. It's not help. It's not. It's not. It's not.
Так, ну, все, получается. Дверь. Дверь это каюта, да, я так понимаю?
What's happening now?
Ага,
Sorry, Cap.
Good.
окей. Одежда.
Some well.
Все это на манекена пойдет.
An old three-quarter. I think it belonged to some.
Мгм. Трещина. Что-то синее пьют. Что? Я могу типа посмотреть?
Don
Книга.
Quixote de la Mancha. It's one of the first editions. They look like nautical charts, probably routes of the. Dad looks busy. He. Life on the Seas, Rules and by William Kidd. It's. Life on the
еще раз?
Seas, Rules and Tasks on Board a Ship by William Kidd. It seems Kidd was writing.
Мгм. Так, что тут у нас все?
I can't read. I can't.
Достать, не
I can't-
достать. И, наверное, вот сюда вот что-то... Ну, ладно, хрен. Книги.
It doesn't strike me as the best. These are books on dressmaking in the sixth. Evidently, Kidd or some guest left them during his holiday.
Кукла.
It looks like a voodoo. Some prankster guest of Kidd must have left it here after his. Better not touch it.
Подожди, так может быть ничего.
It's not. It has. I don't think. I don't need.
А нафига мне камертон
I'm not an.
нужен?
I think. I'd only. I have.
Так, ладно. А, Я думаю, ты вот это и саблю ему еще, да?
They seem the right size. It's starting to look like a
Yes.
member of the crew.
Шляпа.
A classy touch. The hat makes it look more important.
И сабля.
Let's try to make it meaner. Discreetly threatening.
Камертон нужен?
I don't need it. I'm not a...
Так, давай. Тук-тук.
What's happening now?
Морган, да, он
I
говорил?
hope it's something important.
Ага, на мостике
Captain,
Морган.
There's Morgan on the bridge.
Morgan. Damn.
А он вообще фехтовать умеет?
It looked a bit like him, but it's quartermaster. One. Anything else?
М. Так,
There are
крыса,
That's the reason you've been trying to earn. Anything else?
грот,
someone...
What? This is anyway. No less stealing the. Anything else?
ключ.
I'll need the...
You still aren't an official member of the crew. Every new member must get to know the ship and get.
I think I already saw...
Let's see if this is true of you. First, name at least one member of the crew.
Джимбо.
Jimbo.
Second question. According to which code have the rules of life on board been drafted?
Жизнь на море.
Life on the Seas by Kid.
Third and last question. How many battles have we faced
Uh,
until today?
27.
27.
I'm sorry, you're not ready yet. The answers are all around you.
Так, еще раз.
I'll need the... I think...
Let's first.
Джимбо.
Jim...
Second.
Жизнь.
Third.
36.
30...
I'm sorry. The answer.
Еще раз.
I'll need...
You still aren't every.
I think...
Let's see it first.
Джимбо.
Jimbo.
Second.
Жизнь.
Life...
Third.
14.
14...
I'm sorry. The answer.
Ага, значит там-то тоже неправильно. Так, подожди.
Captain, can you tell me your story?
Is this the reason you embarked?
I hoped to understand how you...
I have no time to get angry now. You can hear my story from the.
Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to...
Good.
Так. Книги.
These are books on dressmaking in
По
the
пошиву.
1600s.
16.
Evidently, Kid cared about being up to date on the evolution of European costumes. Or some guest left them during his holiday on the
Галерея
Adventure Galley.
приключений. Так.
Don Quixote de la Mancha. It's one of the first... They look like probably routes of the... I can't... Life on the Seas by William... It seems Kid...
Так. Это я читал. Это что?
Here it's written that Dr. Alfred Ev... I'm surely... It has... I don't think... I don't need... I'm not a... I think that...
Нахрена нам нужна кукла? Тут карты, да, нет, да? Пушка.
It's a relatively new can... I can see...
Методом
When it
подбора,
was
что ли?
opened, it's one of the oldest you can tell by every notch shows about 8 notches, so 8 battles. An interesting tidbit of information.
8 зарубок.
Yes, it's still armed
Что?
and ready to fire. This cannon is ready. I should have a... It's one of the oldest can... You can tell by the... Every notch shows a battle in 8 notches. I guess it's...
Так, подожди, 8.
It's a relatively new cannon. It's one of the galleys...
8.
The famous adventure galley. Rumors say... It's an amazing... I wonder how...
Так. А грибов могу набрать?
I'd rather not. This species, the Mexicans... It's a colony of Mexican Silica. They're extremely... According to some recent study...
Грибов не могу,
need-
да? Я уже вроде пробовал
I'm
все
not-
тут. Так. 8, даже не 16. Ну, предположительно 16. Жизнь на море, да? Там, скорее всего, короче, этот. Давай методом перебор. Чё нет? А, подожди, 16 плюс 8.
I hope it's something important.
4. Так, мне
I'll
нужен
need
ключ.
I think I already saw every.
Let's see if this is true of you. First, name at least one member of the crew, except the captain.
Который ты нашел. Мишка. А ну-ка так.
Second question.
А, жизнь на море.
Third and
8.
8.
the answers are
Так, еще раз.
I'll need
every.
I think I.
Let's see. First,
Джимбо.
Jimbo.
second question.
Жизнь на море.
Life.
Third,
8.
8.
well done. You have the honor of becoming one of Kid's pirates. Among us, there's you deserve.
Хорошо. Я так понимаю, скорее всего, куклу будем сейчас переделывать.
Thanks, Captain.
Так.
Sorry.
Good.
Perfect. Wow! The legends were true.
Денежки.
This is the result of years of piracy in all the seas of the world.
Ну, не так, чтобы уж и много, если чё.
They will surely be full, but now I have a.
Мешки.
I'm not interested in taking these copies. It surely contained. They were very precious. I don't need it now.
Так, подожди, а тут... Маска.
It's a map. I think it's the loot plundered.
Окей. Маска.
This gives it an aura of mystery.
Окей. Блин, меня раздражает, как он неспешно ходит.
What's happening?
Captain!
It's what nerve you dare. Prepare your.
While Dad is busy, I can act.
Так. Чаша.
Dad has placed the logbook to protect the. Since I'm here. The same acrid smell of the mushrooms I saw. This could explain. Dad managed to survive all these years on them. Even in small quantities, they sustain any organism that feeds. On the other hand, Dad's state of shock following his fall from the cliffs combined. If he keeps drinking from this chalice, I have to get rid of this chalice. Professor Jones taught us that a strong
Адреналина.
first the chalice and then the adrenaline.
Окей. Так, статуя.
It's the statue of. It was also Kid's nickname. Other than Scourge of the Seas, he was
Раскроет
known as.
дракона.
Better leave it where it is. I don't.
Карты.
These are the nautical charts of the galley. With these, it would be possible to. I can't deal with this right now. It's more urgent that I. The galley's nautical charts. Follow the.
Так.
It's the adventure galley. It's the adventure galley's logbook. My.
Блин, а я не знаю, как это... А чё?
I have to get. I have to get rid of it so that the mushrooms won't pro. I have to.
Куда вылить-то, ёшкин кот?
It's
Опа.
time to end the game. Don't show your face again, Morgan.
Стив пришел.
Look who's back. Henry and his kid, the young Morgan.
How did you manage to get here, Steve?
It wasn't difficult. I was looking for you all over town, and suddenly, what a stroke of luck. I saw you entering the crypt in the graveyard. I waited for you a long time. Eventually, I decided to enter and I saw the tunnel. Henry, I didn't think you were still alive. I am partly relieved. My regret was consuming me. In the end, you were right. Kid's ship was docked here in Bone Town.
How dare you come aboard my ship without permission and offend a member of my crew? Who are you?
Henry, don't you recognize me? It's me.
Dad! Captain! It's Blackbeard! He was also able to get on board.
Blackbeard. Yes, I recognize you now. I see that you and Morgan are still inseparable. You'll end up just like him.
Henry, not again.
You leave me no choice.
I understand, Henry. I'm ready.
Let's see what you can do.
On guard!
The day of reckoning. Finally.
We'll see who comes out victorious.
Prepare yourself.
I was born ready.
А, я могу
This is
двигаться,
all
да?
you can do.
I'm just warming.
Понятно, они там сражаются. Я думаю...
I have to get.
Сокровище.
They all have to be dated, even if I'd like to dive into it. I have to get rid of.
А чё...
It has. I don't think. I don't need.
Так, может
Let's
ему...
see what you
Может
can
ему...
do.
Не
I
хочешь?
have to get rid.
Так, так, так. Сюда, наверное.
That's not a good idea. It could. I have to find a way to. I have to get.
Да я в душе не знаю как. О, тут можно куда-то это...
I don't want to go back.
Ага.
I can't. It's the Adventure Galley's law.
Я не могу его изучить.
Let's see what you can do.
On guard!
I can't use this cannon to get rid of the
You
check.
go.
Nobody wants to escape.
Фитиля нет.
I think.
А, подожди, стоп, 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 стоп,
Let's see what you can do.
стоп, буква.
I have to get rid of it. I have to get. I have to. I'm not a. It looks like a voodoo doll. Some prank better not touch it. It looks like some prankster guest better not touch it. I wouldn't want its curse to remain active. It looks some pranks better not.
Так, я могу
I
ее
don't-
вот это
I don't.
ткнуть, а?
It has. I think
Спичка у него
I'm not a.
Let's see what you can do.
On guard!
дуэль.
I don't need it.
We have a reckoning. Finally.
Статуя.
It has. I don't. I don't need it. I'm not an. I think. I'm not an art. I don't think. It has. I don't think.
Так, ну тут больше... Подожди, может быть тут... Не может он пройти.
On guard.
Whatever you want, Henry.
А, в оконце?
I can't throw it away from here. It's too close to the ship, and the mushrooms would easily take root.
Слишком близко к кораблю.
I can't shoot in this direction. It's a relatively new.
Так, подожди.
I should have a very valid reason. It's one of the oldest. You can tell every knot, 8 knot. I guess it should work. It's not a cannonball. And now the coup de grace.
Ага.
Fire.
Ух.
I did it. Heck, I didn't see that coming. The racket from the cannon was more devastating than the shell itself. Better go back on deck and alert Dad.
You don't stand a chance this time.
We'll see.
Я думаю, этот сейчас вода пойдет.
I admit it. You defeated me, Henry.
A victory over a man who was once a friend has no value for me.
Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt your duel, but I think we need to go. The cave is collapsing.
Captain, what are you talking about?
The adrenaline caused by the duels with Jimbo and Steve is reducing the effect of the mushrooms. Hurry, let's go. There's not much time.
Not before
Этот
seeing the
останется.
treasure. I've never been so close to it, and I have no intention of leaving now.
But Steve, not now. There will be other opportunities in the future.
Yes, Steve. The kid's right. Let's run while we still can.
Henry, do you recognize me?
Steve, is that you? Oh, I'm not sure what's happening. It feels like I just woke up from a long dream.
There's no time, Dad. Let's go.
Dad? How come? Who?
You go! I want Kid's treasure. It represents my whole life's work. Henry, just know that I didn't want any of this to happen.
Steve!
Farewell.
Dad, let's go.
Okay, I'll follow.
А смысл какой? Помирать на кучке золота?
Dad, I finally found you.
Willy, is that really you? How long has it been?
10 years, Dad. 10 very long years.
10 years. So this means you received my letter.
Yes, but why did you only have it delivered after all this time?
I sensed that something was wrong with Steve. I could see it in his behavior. When I realized that the search for Kid's treasure was becoming an obsession, I started to suspect that he could hurt our family. I hid my piece of the map and decided to deal with it. You are a Morgan. You have the spirit of adventure in your blood. But you are only 5, and I didn't want to trouble Mom with such a burden. I hoped that in 10 years Steve's obsession would vanish. I decided that if anything ever happened to me, you, after turning the necessary age, would be ready to pick up from where I left off. So I sent the post-dated letter.
I read Steve's diary. I know you fell off the cliff. How did you survive?
A stroke of luck. I fell right into the sea, and the tide pushed me toward an underwater passage that led directly to the cave. I wanted to find a way to get back to the surface, but I had to recover my strength first. The last thing I remember is some really delightful mushrooms. Then, it's all a blank.
Dad, let's go back home. We have a lot of things to talk about. Plus, we have to find a way to tell Mom without making her faint.
Elizabeth, yes, we should go back.
Ready to leave Bonetown once and for all?
Bonetown is not a bad town. As soon as the legal formalities are arranged, we could think about coming back here. Remember, deep inside the cave is still the adventure galley. Who knows how much it can still tell the world about the golden age of piracy.
Speaking of which, when I took the chalice, I also brought the ship's logbook with me. Here it is.
Рыцари моря, что ли? Блин, прикольно. Небольшая прикольная игрушка. Не слишком замороченная. Не слишком... Вот там головоломки какие-то. То есть легкая, приятно. Ну, когда сюжет, конечно, немножко странноватый. Но а так, в принципе, ничего. Не, ну серьезно. Мне понравилось. Так, надо подождать, может, после субтитров будет. А вот это вот, я так понимаю, там карта... Якобы, в кавычках, что возможно продолжение. Ну, не продолжение, а как бы новая история Морганов. Найти сокровища на острове. Но с учетом того, что ни хрена не вышло, может быть и не будет ничего. Ладно, подожду до конца титров. Ну все. Ладно. Как-то так. The End.